Here's what I want to show you. This is a program called Play Now back in early 2005 to 2009 I used to use. This is an old program on Windows XP and Windows Vista and Windows 7. This is a program I used to use back in 2005 that no longer is around anymore, but this would actually let you play retro games all together. So this was like a retro games player thing back in '05, right here. So this is the program that used to run on Windows XP and Windows Vista right there. Let me just go to the website. This was this one is a shareware program, but let me read it. Okay, it's called Play Now Games, but it's a company that had hundreds of retro games collection back in 2005 that is shareware, but no longer available anymore. So that's a program that used to exist back then that isn't available anymore. It used to. I am reading something about a little bit about how Microsoft will reportedly make some games for its Xbox available on rivals like Sony's PlayStation. The move is a concession that Microsoft has lost the video game console wars, but Microsoft is tactically acknowledging that for years. So, big news for some video game players. Microsoft's going to stop making you use Microsoft devices to play some Microsoft games. It says that on Thursday, the company is set to announce that some games that have been exclusive to Microsoft's Xbox console are going to be available on rival consoles from Sony and Nintendo, The Verge's Tom Warren reports, citing sources familiar with the matter. The news is a seismic shift in strategy, he adds. My educated guess is that Warren's reporting is correct, but I think the move is a less of a seismic shift and more of a white flag. Microsoft lost the console wars a long time ago, and this is them accepting that fact. Very short summary of the console video game business. It's common for video game hardware makers to also own or license games that are exclusively for their devices. The newest Spider-Man game is only on PlayStation, Mario Kart's only on the Nintendo Switch, Halo is only on Xbox. The idea is that a single game or several games will be enough reason for a gamer to buy a specific device. The problem for Microsoft is that while that strategy has worked for its competitors, it has been a failure for Xbox, which remains stubbornly in third place with no real hope of moving up. So announcing that some Xbox exclusive games will no longer be exclusive is an obvious sign that Microsoft is rethinking a strategy it has spent a lot of time and money pursuing. Things like that. There's been a very important caveat here is that Microsoft has already been moving away from its strategy of tying software and hardware together. For several years, it has been selling Game Pass subscriptions, essentially Netflix for games that package a bunch of Xbox-owned games along with those made by other developers. Game Pass works on both Xbox and consoles and on PCs. It starts at $10 a month. The idea is simple. Two, after spending years trying to make the Xbox a device that would let Microsoft own the living room, Microsoft was going to instead use its gaming division as a services business where it could make money from consumers no matter what device they own. Things like that. Apple started doing the same thing in 2019 when it launched Apple TV Plus, and at the same time made the service available on rival devices like Roku's and Samsung TVs. It is also worth noting that when Microsoft was trying to get the Activision deal past regulators, it had to make all kinds of pledges promising not to lock up the new games it was buying and making them exclusive to Xbox. But while Microsoft would love to have Game Pass available on rival devices from Nintendo and Sony, a move that could really shake up gaming, that seems incredibly unlikely. There is no incentive for those companies to make a move that helps Microsoft make money but could cannibalize their own software sales. As Warren reports, Microsoft will also announce new hardware plans at the same time it makes the new software change, but it's hard to see how the games move alone is going to be anything more than Microsoft accepting reality. Just a bit of gaming information and gaming news for you. I just thought I'd read a little bit of that for you, though. Let me change back to the window capture. I just thought I'd explain what the big deal is. The audio went a little screwy a bit for a bit there. This game is actually pretty short to play. Ouch. 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 Owie. This is actually a fun game. It's pretty short. Oops. Ow. Ouch. 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 Dang. Ouch. Owie. Howdy. Howdy. Ouch. Boy, I do love Sega Genesis type stuff. Boy, I do. Ow. There's an extra life right there and I can't even get to that. Like, it's hard to get to it. You can't actually reach it from where you are. Ow. Whoa. And this game is actually pretty interesting. Gotta love that. Playing the old school Genesis stuff. Gotta love it. Ah. Let's see an extra lighting. All right. Ouch. Yes. That's 2 down, 1, 2 left. I don't think I can get to the haunted forest. Of course not. Ow. Ouch. Ouch. Ow. Owie. Ouch. Owie. All right. The haunted forest is now unlocked. Ouch. Owie. Oops. Whoa. Oops. Whoa. Oops. Oops. This game is actually pretty fun, but just don't fall off. Whoops. All right. Ah, all right. Game complete. That was a very short one. Let me see next. Flicky. Sega Genesis Flicky. Easy. Oh, whoops. Whoa, hi. I can't pay attention to chat because of the cats and the Iggy the iguana. The iguana's name is Iggy. Thanks. Sorry. Nice. Hold on. Yes, I beat this game before. I actually beat it, and I'm really good at it. I can't really speed run it, but I can actually go through the entire game in one try without getting a game over. Whoa, Miss Birds. Whoa, ooh. Flicky came on. I'll show you what games Flicky came on. Hold on, or what compilation it has. I'll show you. Let's see if I can find it. It's in my list of Xbox 360 games in my room. Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. I think it's got Flicky on it. This one. This one has, I think, Flicky in it. Maybe. But this is Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. It's probably got Flicky on it. It's got Flicky on the compilation. Sonic Mega Collection Plus also has Flicky included. In fact, let me show you that game disc now that I have. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. I used to have an '05. I'll show you. And it's on a spindle. Ooh. I'll show you the game that has Flicky in it. Let me find it in the stack of these spindle of these Xbox 360 and Xbox original discs. Let's see. This one I have is called Sims 2 for the original Xbox. This game right here is on GameCube, PS2, and Xbox, DS, Game Boy Advance, mobile, PSP, stuff like that. I've got Project Gotham Racing as well for the OG Xbox, Tetris Worlds. I had Tetris Worlds on the Game Boy Advance in early 2004 or early 2003. I had Namco Museum on PlayStation 2 on the PS2 version of Namco Museum. I had this back on the PS2 days. I have two versions of it, the greatest hits and the regular version. This is the regular version without the greatest hits or without the platinum hits to it or something like or the platinum hits rather. Greatest hits is on GameCube, platinum hits is original Xbox. Platinum hits is a silver colored game case with the platinum hits printed at the top of the disc on there. Platinum hits titles. Here's the Sonic Mega Collection Plus that includes Game Gear games plus Flicky on it. This is the disc that I have right here. This is my favorite. I used to have this in 2005, 2006 on the original Xbox back then. Right on the launch of the Xbox 360 days, like right when Xbox 360 came out. I have Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. I had this on PlayStation 2 in early 2000 on PS2. This game is actually available digitally on Xbox 360 on the digital storefront, but the Xbox 360 storefront will get taken down later this year in summer of 2024 by Microsoft. They're going to pull it down indefinitely. So those are my Xbox original games I'm showing off the Mega Collection Plus one, just a disc. If I had a physical original Xbox and a capture card, I would stream some of my original Xbox games through it, but I don't have any of that. Close I have is an Xbox 360 Slim that can run, or Xbox 360 that can run some original Xbox games, but not all of them. As close as I have to an original Xbox almost. Close to there. Whoa. Ooh. I'm gonna make it through this whole game in one try. Gonna make it all the way to the higher round. Whoa. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Ooh. Ooh. Wah. Fail. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Throwback Thursday. I call this Throwback Thursday. Whoa. Ooh. I beat Berenstain Bears Camping Adventure a little earlier. Weapons jump, avoid, whoa, oops, whoa. Death. Me dying in this game is somewhat inevitable. The cats, you gotta not get caught by the cats, otherwise you lose, or Iggy the iguana. I can get through this game easily. All you do is collect the baby chicks and take them to the exit, that's it. Without getting caught by the cat. Or Iggy the iguana, whichever one you collide into. What? Ooh! Ooh! Oopsie daisies. Oh! Failure. But there's a secret. Let me show you something. There's a cheat code to Flicky. Hold on, let me look it up. Start a new game and then hold up, A, C, and start. So hold up, A, C, and start. It says start a new game, hold up, A, C, and start. Hang on, let me show you how this works. So I hold up, A, C, and start. Not helping. There is a cheat involving activating it. So while the game is loading, hold up AC start. Not helping. Hold on, there is a cheat for it for Sega Genesis. Hold up a C plus start. There is a cheat code that you can do to bring up a round select, but I don't know if that's working or not. It only works on Mega Collection Plus, oddly enough. The cheat code. It won't let me like input in that code. So I can't really figure that level select. There's one Genesis game I forgot to show you that I think you're gonna probably ridicule me over. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me see. I'll show you. Barney. Barney for Sega Genesis. Check this out. Yes, that is a game that is made for Sega Genesis called Barney's Hide and Seek game. So I thought I'd show you this.
Let's use our imaginations.
Here's an odd one.
Please play hide and seek with me. Let's look for our friends and the hidden presents. Super duper.
This I have to show
Now
you.
we're in the forest.
A simple Sega Genesis game that came out in the late 90s. Yes, for the Sega Genesis it did.
Watering can.
Just this one,
Look, it's
I believe.
a bunny.
In the late 90s, Barney had a side-scrolling game called Barney's Hide and Seek.
Boing. Oh boy, a friend. Remember, I
fact, some people actually managed to ridicule the creator or person behind Barney a little bit. Some people used to actually just dunk on the character Barney for weird reasons I won't get into. You'll just have to search. I'll have to just simply give you a bit of an insight to what's going on there. Barney is a purple dinosaur from the 90s that I think used to get a little bit of backlash or something that I won't say. You'll just have to look it up. Or don't look it up, rather. I don't know. Just like Teletubbies, I remember a little bit of Teletubbies back in like early 1999, 2000, a TV show.
Oh boy, a present. Oh boy, a rubber duck.
I never knew Barney had a side-scrolling game either.
Look for our friends and the hidden presents.
But it's actually simply pretty fun. Sega used to make video games in the form of Sega Club in the late 90s, called Sega Club. It was primarily Genesis games for kids, like
let's look for our friends and the
kid-friendly Genesis games back then.
Oh boy.
That's primarily what it was called, Sega Club.
Super D Duper.
I bet me playing this will unlock a core memory of some people that are born in the 90s or 80s that grew up through the 90s. A core memory.
Look, it's Baby Bob.
Oh, Baby Bob. Of course, her.
Remember, I love you. Mwah. 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 Mwah.
I thought I'd play this a little bit and show you that this is one of the games that I never knew also existed too until 2005.
Look, it's a butterfly. Mwah. Mwah. Let's look for our friends and the hidden presents. Mwah. Mwah. Oh boy, a friend. Remember, I love you. Let's ride on the cloud. Look, it's a trash can. We can pick up the trash. Mwah. Look, it's a snail. Boing.
The one thing I do really have learned about the Genesis system was called the Sega Channel. The Sega Channel was a broadband delivery system, sort of like Xbox Game Pass Now, and PS Now, and Switch Online. But back in the late 90s, Sega had a Sega Channel that was actually a cable broadband subscription service where you could download Sega Genesis games to your Genesis console over the cable distribution network in the late 90s, called Sega Channel. Essentially, it was a cable modem cartridge for your Genesis system that needed a coaxial cable plugged into it, and it would automatically connect. It would automatically reach out to the Sega Channel signal. That cable providers would have a clean signal for the Sega Channel to come to your console with the cartridge plugged in, with the cable wire plugged into the back of the Genesis Sega Channel cartridge, and when you turn it on, it plays the startup animation, and it would automatically allow you to download Genesis games to your Genesis system temporarily.
How many did you find?
That's what that is. Essentially, it's just a Netflix style. It's like a precursor to Netflix, where you download Genesis games rotated in monthly rotation, broadcasted over the cable network of cable providers. It offered Sega Channel.
Now we're in Music Town.
Sega Channel's been long shut down. Let me read it. I can't pause, Barney, but I'll read it. What Sega Channel was.
Please press a button.
From here.
I see a guitar.
The Sega Channel is a
It's a
discontinued
guitar.
online game service developed by Sega for the Sega Genesis video game console, serving as a content delivery system. Launched on December 14th, 1994, the Sega Channel was provided to the public by TCI and Time Warner Cable through cable
Let's
television
see what's
services by
up
way of
here.
coaxial cable. It was a pay-to-play service through which
boy.
customers could access Genesis
Uh-huh.
games online and play game demos and get cheat codes
I see
lasting
a
until
present.
July 31st, 1998. The Sega Channel operated 3 years
open the
after the
door.
release of the Sega's next generation console, the Sega Saturn. Those criticized for its poorly timed launch and high subscription
Let's
fee,
play with the butterfly.
the Sega Channel has been praised for its innovations in downloadable
go
content
up.
and impact on online game services.
Please press a button when you find a present.
Okay, Barney's walking around on his own, but
Let's go up.
I thought it explained what the Sega Channel purpose was back in the late 90s and how it was a thing, but it
I
later
see a
was
friend.
shut down in 1998, July
Remember,
31st.
I love you.
Hang on. Let me pause it for a moment. Let's see. Pause. I'm going to read. Released in Japan as the Mega Drive in 1988, North America in 1989, and Europe and other regions as the Mega Drive, I'm reading it from my phone in 1990. The Sega Genesis was Sega's entry to the 16-bit era of video game consoles. In 1990, Sega first started its first internet-based services for Genesis Sega MegaNet in Japan. Operating through a cartridge and a peripheral called the Mega Modem, it allowed Mega Drive owners to play 17 games online. A North American version known as the Telegenesis was announced but never released. Another phone-based system, the Mega Answer, turned the Japanese Mega Drive into an online banking terminal. Due to MegaNet's low number of games, high price, and the Mega Drive's lack of success in Japan, the system was a commercial failure. By 1992, the Mega Modem peripheral could be found in a bargain bin at a reduced price, and a remodeled version of the Mega Drive released in 1993 removed the EXT9 pin port, preventing connections to the MegaNet service. In April 1993, Sega announced the Sega Channel service, which would use cable television services to deliver content. Way before online gaming became the thing, and way before Xbox Game Pass, Switch Online, PS Now, all of that. In the US, national testing began in June and deployment began in December with a complete US release in 1994. By June 1994, 21 cable companies had signed up to carry the Sega Channel service. US fees varied depending on location, but were approximately $15 monthly, plus a $25 activation fee, which included the adapter. The Sega Channel expanded into Canada in late 1995 with approximately Canadian $19 monthly fee. During the planning stages of the service, Sega looked to capitalize on the rental market, which had seen success with the Sega CD being rented through Blockbuster Inc., and was looking to base the service's games and demos to sell more cartridges. In early 1995, Sega CEO Hayao Nakayama ended development on the Sega Genesis and its add-ons, the Sega CD and Sega 32X. This decision was made to support the Sega Saturn, which had been released in Japan already. This placed the release of the Sega Channel during the Genesis decline from the market. At its peak, the Sega Channel had over 250,000 subscribers, but by 1997, The number had dropped to 230,000 subscribers, 2 years after the Nakayama shifted focus from the Genesis to the Saturn. Though Sega looked at options to bring the service to PCs, the rise of cable modems and internet gaming drove away the demand for such a service. In late November of 1997, it was announced that the Sega channel would be shut down on June 30th, 1998, but it ended up staying on for another month, finally being discontinued on July 31st, 1998. I'll explain how the Genesis service Sega channel worked before I play Barney. I'll read it. After making the initial purchase and paying the activation fee, Genesis owners would receive an adapter that would be inserted into the cartridge slot of the console. The adapter connected the console to the cable television wire, doing so by the use of coaxial cable output in the rear of the cartridge. Starting up a Genesis console with an active Sega channel adapter installed would prompt the service's main menu to be loaded, which was a process that took approximately 30 seconds. An ad break is playing, so I gotta wait. Wait one moment. Okay, I'm back. Let me reread it. Due to the ad interruption. After the ad playing. I'm going to read it. It says here, after making the initial purchase and paying the activation fee, Genesis owners would receive an adapter that would be inserted to the cartridge side of the console. The adapter connected the console to a cable television wire, doing so by the use of a coaxial cable output in the rear of the cartridge. Starting up a Genesis console with an active Sega channel adapter installed will prompt for the service's main menu to be loaded, which was a process that took approximately 30 seconds. From there, gamers could access the content they wish to play and download it into their system, which could take up to a few minutes per game. This data will be downloaded into the adapter's onboard 4 megabytes of RAM and will be deleted or removed when the system was powered off. Programming and transmission of the Sega Channel's monthly services started with a production team at Sega, which would put together content every month and load it onto a CD-ROM. It was then sent to TCI's satellite station located in Denver, Colorado. From the station, the signal was transmitted Hughes Communications Galaxy 7 satellite, which uploaded at 1.4 gigahertz and downloaded at 1.1 gigahertz to the local cable providers. In Canada and across South America and Europe, however, the satellite transmission stage was bypassed altogether in favor of direct uploads of the Sega Channel CD-ROM via cable television head-end. In order for the signal to function properly, it had to be clear of noise in order to prevent download interruptions. To ensure no issues, cable providers had to clean their broadcast signal. Essentially, the Sega Channel would broadcast up to 50 Genesis games at any one time. It would rotate in a monthly rotation. I'll read ahead. It says here, through games and demos rotated on a regular basis, categories into which games were placed and remained static and did not change. With parental controls in mind, all games for the service received a rating from the Video Game Rating Council. The service also contained a lockout system which would allow parents to set a passcode in order to access mature rated content. Stuff like that. In addition to games and demos, the Sega Channel also hosted other features. Cheat codes were directly accessible from the network as well as game hints. The service also hosted contests such as a promotion of the Electronic Arts Triple Play 96 and a 1995 event where players who competed at Primal Rage during a brief 24-hour period where the full game was accessible were given a phone number to call, making them eligible to win prizes. Basically, the Sega Channel was actually a digital or as an analog cable service that allowed you to download Genesis games to your Genesis console, but the Sega Channel caused many cable companies to clean their broadcast signals and its role in the development of high-speed internet, stating, "The very fact that you're enjoying broadband internet right now could well be thanks to Sega." It made way for Xbox Live Arcade and PSN networks, stating Sega and the entire industry learned important lessons from the Sega Channel. You could also see the DNA of early services like the Sega Channel and modern portals like Xbox Live Arcade and PSN, where demos are now a staple. Stuff like that. So the Sega Channel was a thing that inspired Xbox Live Arcade, PlayStation Network, where you could download demos of games and play them. If you wanted to continue playing the game, you had to buy the full version to continue. That same legacy sort of carried on to PC games through a program called Real One Arcade or Real Arcade on Windows. That's an example.
Let's play the bass drum. Let's play the trumpet. Let's play the guitar. Let's see what's up here. I see a trumpet. I see a friend. Boing! Oh boy, a friend. Remember, I love you. I see a heart. Stop. Wait until it's safe. Oh boy, we can ride on the cloud. I see a friend. Remember, I love you. Mwah!
This is quite an interesting game here.
Let's open the door. Let's play the tuba. Whoop! We found a trumpet. Boing! Mwah! Mwah! Oh boy, a balloon. I see a surprise. Stop. Wait until it's safe. Oh
Baby
boy,
Bob.
Baby Bob. Remember, I love you. Stop. Wait until it's safe. Let's ride on the cloud. Mwah! Mwah! Here's a butterfly.
I used to have like a Barney plush doll, a Barney plush back in the late 90s, like 1998, I believe. I used to.
How many did you find? One, 2, 3, 4. You found 4. Good. Now we're under the sea. We found a lobster. I see a present. Oh boy, a truck. I see a friend. Remember, I love you. Oh boy, a fish. Boing! Mwah! 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 Oh boy, a friend. Remember, I love you.
Hold on.
Oh boy, a lobster. We found a heart. Bubble, bubble, bubble. I see a seahorse. Let's go up. Look, it's a crab. Whoop. Boing. We found a present. We found a ball. Mwah. 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 Mwah.
Okay.
Mwah. Oh boy. A
My
seahorse.
VOD will be published afterwards so you can watch it in case you missed something.
Mwah. 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 Look, it's a fish. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
You're welcome.
Mwah. We found a lobster. Mwah. Let's look for our friends and the hidden presents. We found a lobster. Whoop. We found a surprise. Super D duper. Oh boy, a friend. Remember, I love you. Oh boy, we can ride on the turtle. I see a friend. Remember, I love you. Mwah. 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 I see a present. Oh boy, a teddy bear. Whoop. Boing. Whoop. Mwah. Oh boy, we can ride on the turtle. We found an octopus.
Let me show you something of interest. Hold on. I got something I want to show you. I think I still have it.
Let's look for our friends and the hidden presents. Oh boy, a heart. I see Baby Bob. Oh, let's see what you found. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You found 7. Great! Now we're on the farm. Boing! Mwah! Mwah! I see a balloon. Look, it's a friend. Remember, I love you. Look, it's a butterfly. Stop. Wait until it's safe. Oh boy, a duck. Stop. Wait until it's safe. I see a duck. I see a duck. I see a balloon. Look, it's a chicken. can play with the frog. Let's see what's up here. Oh boy, a cow. Look, it's a friend. Remember, I love you. Look, it's a rooster. Mwah, 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 mwah. We found a sheep. Oh boy, a heart. I see a cow. We found a bale of hay. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Oh boy, Baby Bob. Remember, I love you. Boing! This pumpkin matches these pumpkins. Mwah. Mwah. Look, it's a rooster. Mwah. 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 I see a present. We found a rubber duck. Mwah. 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 Oh boy, an apple. This apple matches these apples. Mwah. Oh, let's see what you found. 1, 2, 3, 4. You found 4. Good. You're my very special friend. Remember, I love you. See you soon.
That was not that long of a game. That was pretty short.
Boing. Let's
How about Alien Storm? Let me make sure the game isn't so loud. Oh man. This is interesting. I went live for 31 hours, but I went live for 18 hours and now 13 hours. So I'm gonna check out for the overnight. Bye bye.